Hi everybody in Ms Garland's class. My name is Rebecca Hamer and I'm a teacher. I'm also an author and I'm sending you this message from the other side of the world in Singapore. I wanted to share with you today my books that I've published. I've published 3 of them and they are children's picture books. Here they are here. So I'd like to share with you the inspiration behind my stories, and it is this bear here. It's Monty Bear. And Monty Bear has been part of my classroom for the last 20 years, where he used to go home with children every weekend and they would do activities at home and come back for show and tell us what adventures Monty Bear had at home. And they would take photos and even do some writing with these photos. I then started taking Monty Bear away with me on holidays and I would take photos. I even made a Facebook page of him doing funny and crazy things on holidays, and I would write some little stories to go with these photos. So to come up with the first book, which is Where Oh Where is Monty Bear, I had to have a narrative structure which has a beginning, a middle and an end, and generally it's always got to have a problem to solve. So that happened, and then from that story I then used ideas of him going to different countries, and I stuck with what I know. So I didn't do a country that I've never been to, I did a country that I'm familiar with. So the second book that came along was Monty Bear Goes to Singapore, because that's where we live now. And then the third book was Monty Bear Goes to Australia, and that's because where I grew up and I lived for many years. I'm now in the process of writing another book, and yes, Monty Bear's going to go to another country, and it's going to be America, because I went there for a holiday this June, July, and I'm going to write about the experiences and the activities that Monty Bear and I did when we were in America. So when I start off writing these stories, I need to actually think of my country and then write down experiences that I've done myself in that country, and I write some bullet points down, like about 20 different things. What are things Monty Bear could be doing there? Then I need to also come up with the problem, and it's generally a riddle. So I write the riddle out and then I look at all the 20 different points and figure out how can my story have a beginning, middle and end, where Monty Bear covers all of these points and then solves the riddle in the end. And that's how I come about doing it. As I'm doing the story, I go through about 20 different drafts. During this process of the 20 drafts, I'll get friends and family to look at it, for them to give me their ideas and their feedback. And when I think I'm nearly at the very end, I get a professional editor to actually look at the story as well. And they give some constructive feedback. And the important tip I've got for that one is, when you've got an editor looking at it, is to have a growth mindset and be open to feedback that might be something that you don't really like. And the editor has come back before and said they don't really like Monty Bear doing this one particular activity or idea, and they've given suggestions to change it. And at the end of the day, after I've changed it, the story is so much better. So it's great to get constructive feedback from other people as well. Some other tips that I have about when you're doing your own writing is to have some good time management skills, and to also make sure you follow through. Don't just give up and never come back to it. So when I am stuck for ideas, I will put the book down or the writing and go away and do a different activity and come back to clear my mind. But I make sure I always follow through with my writing. And the other tip to become a really good writer is to read lots of books. They can be children's books, they can be novels, just to read a lot of different books. It gives you ideas, but the truth is, if you read a lot and you're a good reader, you are going to become a very good writer as well. So I can't wait to hear about all of your writing that you're doing, and I'd love to read some of your stories. Please send me any questions you've got about my books that I've done and about Monty Bear here, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye everyone.